Hey, and welcome back to Explain 11. Today we're gonna fly again in the Dash 8, actually, because, I love the Dash 8, and when I got it, I need to fly that, right? And the last time, or actually it was a live stream, I think when you see this video, I actually uploaded the live stream video about it, and we flew from Sydney to Moree airport, and today we're gonna fly from Moree airport to what is it, Brisbane. And normally the Qantas link is not flying from Moree airport to Brisbane. Standard wise the route is handled by Fly Corporated, which is using also not Dash 8, it's using Fairchild Metroliner, but because we don't have an Fairchild Metroliner in Explain 11 or 10, or better, the version that is there is only with the 2D pop-up cockpit, and that's not a real shit. So we're gonna fly that in a Qantas link, and it's a good lag, actually, not that bad lag for us, because then we can fly a lot around of Brisbane. That's a good thing. And now I actually fixed the Canberra scenery, so that means that I could fly. I need to close this shit. Oh shit. You know what I see what I opened all the time while I record. Oh, YouTube. I see what should I subscribe to YouTube. Actually, you know that already, right? And for some strange reason, my FPS is counting down there. I actually stopped it. Why the fuck is it still there? I closed the counter. I don't know. I take that. But yeah, we're gonna fly the Brisbane route for today, and I'll check something real quick. Okay, let's give you the whole detail about our flight plan of today. So, bring this over here. That is the flight route for today. It's a relatively easy route, actually. We're gonna fly from Moree directly straight toward the NDB Amberley, and then from Amberley it's already the Sync 9 approach for Brisbane. And because Moree has no departure or anything, we just start with the NDB Moree, follow the airway, and then that's it. Yeah, the flight plan is relatively straightforward. We have, I need to change this real quick. Distance of 100. Flight altitude of flight level is 190. That's right. That means we have around a 1 hour flight time. I need to open something real quick. Like always. Paywall. I need to actually fix the super chat. I fixed the super chat in the Netherlands, but I forgot to change to upload the file, the aircraft file, to my Google Drive, so I could use it here in Germany. But yeah, I'm a stupid idiot that forgot that shit. I need to open my checklists and manuals real quick. I need to print them, at least the checklist. I need to print the checklist and landing weight and balance for the plane. Okay, let's go into that shit, actually. Load and balance manager. We're gonna fly with a random... Actually, it's winter, but is it actually winter in... That's a thing. Right now in Australia it's winter. But not for me, Kappa. Or better, is there actually winter? No. So randomize it. That seems to be good. And we need Wait a second. I need to check that. We have a flight distance of 250. That means a trip time. Okay, trip fuel used by 2631. Okay. Plus this is 4.6. Have a spare amount of fuel. Good. 4.6, actually 4.595 would be better. And we have a cross weight of around 55. There we go. Good. Then let's start the whole checklist part and get a view a little bit back. First of all, mastery batteries on, main battery, auxiliary battery, and standby battery coming on. Main bus is tie. That's good. Engine intakes open. That's stays off. Flight data, okay. Okay. I don't need that right now, but I could get this a little bit brighter. And picks. Good. Okay. Let's go through the checks. I just passed through it. So, battery master, main, auxiliary, standby batteries are on. Main bus ties tie, engine intake, bypass doors open. APU on, pressurization pack set. Yeah, on auto. Oh, I need the cooling. We don't want to shock frost them, right? Regular AC fans coming on. Plate air minimum and off. PFD, MFD, EDF, MFS checked. On and checked, yeah. For that we need to do that, right? Circuit breakers checked and position lights are on. And no, they're on. Before start, emergency lights armed. A fuel quantity is sufficient. Brake pressure on and checked. Power levers disconnected. Actually, they are not. They are disconnected, but for some strange reason, the fuel always in a max position for me when I load the plane. Actually, not that what we want, right? Condition levels, fuel off, and departure briefing complete. Okay, let's go through the route real quick. So, flight plan. It's always annoying that I need to desktop capture this whole shit because annoying as hell, but I can't do anything against it, right? And that's the thing. Why oh no. It's possible, but I think I know what. Oh, yeah, because I'm stupid. The reason that I cannot capture it is totally reshade. It's absolutely an issue with reshade. But I don't want to get rid of reshade, please. There's no ATIS, so visibility 10, window 50 at 5. Okay, okay. That's not always a thing. Oh, I have an idea what I could do. If if this is right, then I'm... Check that, right? Active Sky, what do you tell me about Moree Airport? YMOR. Different notes. That's annoying. It has a different weather than... it's probably the real weather. And my weather is shitty explain standard weather. That's annoying. I thought I could handle that like that, but not today, my friends. It doesn't want to give us this option. And when you see that my X-Plane is shaking weirdly, that's since I updated yesterday. I don't know why. Yesterday they came to update, and for some strange reason, since then, my whole plane is shaking around all day long. So, we're gonna start from runway 16. Do we? Probably. Oh, do we? No. We go from 3-4 instead. Yeah, we go for 3-4. You see? Every time I'm off screen and I'm browsing through my Chrome, it's shaking around the camera. I don't know why. Departure, we're gonna use runway. Okay, we have totally different runways. At 23 then. I hope that it's the right one. Let's check that really quick. That's the reason I use the old Aussie packs. Or better, are they old? I don't know, but the charts are different. That's runway 1. Okay. Is that true that this is runway 1? It's runway 19. Okay. Oh, we're gonna use runway 9. Oh, it's runway 1. Okay. Flight plan. Runway 1. Then from there to Moree NDB. Let's check that one. Okay. Then we're gonna follow 625 to Amberley, and then Y195. What? 195 is not in the airport? What? It has the updated. Weird. Then I guess just direct clan because it's directly next to it. Clan YB. Okay. Execute. That's weird. Let's check something really quick, because then we can get the... Right now the weather for Brisbane is YBBN. Brisbane into runways news. Runway 1 could be... Gonna check that really quick. YBBN. Brisbane Airport. Yep. Flight radar tells me the same thing, that I use runway 1 right now. We're gonna go for arrival. And that's the Sync 9 arrival. I hope that's good for now. Because, wait, I need to... IS localizer one-way 1. Actually, clan is the starting point for the ILS for Brisbane. So if I use... I could go stupidity-wise directly towards the airport. Because fuck holding queues or something like that. Because we're gonna fly alone. That means that I could fly ILS localizer set and Transys clan. Execute. Flex. Vector 3. That's working. Okay, I take that. And our cruising altitude. I changed cruise altitude because I saw it. Actually, wait a second. The chart is telling me that I should use for that distance above by normal. Okay, they have. How hot is it in Brisbane right now? 15 degrees, so we should use 250. Okay, fly level 250. Good. Then the target speed for the climb 240. Cruise speed is not 550. 250. Can I place 250, please? Thanks. And then the target speed for the descent also 240. Lex, that seems to be right. 240, 240, 210, 1.5, okay. Progress, top of descent 100. Okay, that seems to be right so far. That means we have the departure briefing completed, and oh no, one thing I forgot all the time, because it's a thing that I normally do. Come on. I totally need to print with me this shit. So I don't need to get through the whole. Oh no, I get it. 55. Okay. We have a takeoff speed of 113 V1. So we rotate out, so then V2 is 116. Then we got 126 and 146. We climb. Okay. Then gonna change. Where is it again? Okay. Let's hide the yoke real quick. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I'm an idiot. This plane, you need to do that. Okay, and we have 1013 for that arrow. Okay, get the yoke back. Then stand by. That's okay. Taxi. I forget about it, right? Be bad. Then let's continue with the checklist. We have before start checklist, emergency lights armed, fuel quantity. Yeah, we got that. Engine starting. Okay, yeah. Before I start the engine, the parking brake is set. The thing that I always check. And then takeoff speed trims set and reviewed. Seatbelt signs is on. Also the no smoking signs are on. The anti-collision light is red. ABU bleed is coming off. And start engine number 2. Why we close the claw? Of course, the claw. fun part. When you start the engine is fucking loud. As long as I don't have the engine on, as you might notice, I don't use any power and the power levers are disconnected. They're quiet as fuck. Okay, get back to the cockpit and start engine number 1. What the fuck? Oh no, this shit again. Did I introduce the view too early? Let's start it. Probably introduced the view too early. Yeah, now it's going. Wait. Both engines are on and good starts after the first fail from my side. Okay, APU is coming off. Plates minimum and on. And today we don't have a pushback. So condition lever coming to max. Flaps coming down to what did I say? 10 or 15? It's 10. Okay. 10. Auto feather is selected, fuel pumps on, standby hydraulic pump and PDO control on. Rudder full travel. Flight taxi to taxi. EFD, MFD, ED checked, and ice protection is required, and transponder TCAS coming on. Let's go for the taxi. The taxi lights on. It's always weird to go so far forward with the stick because the reverse is on the stick. I totally need to get rid of this the tail wheel analysis of X-Plane. Oh, they're annoying as fuck. I saw actually a video of about the flight factor. I watched the flight factor A320 Autoland video, and funny how many people commented below it. Oh my god, so annoying. Noises from the wheels, and then yeah, it's not even the issue of flight factor, it's fucking X-Plane sounds that are bad as fuck. Okay, taxi. Brakes checked. Pull rest altimeters, QNH is set. The takeoff power rating and TOP, and the fly controls full and free. Okay. That's is enough to take off, right, Kappa? Okay, because we're on a runway, we're gonna change to anti-collision white again already. Landing with flare lights coming on later on, and the taxi light is taxi flight spoilers going to fly, but it's always on its own when you push the throttle, so stick with that. Don't want to get spoilers out when I take off, because then we have an issue, right? Static heat's coming on. And for the takeoff, I'm gonna change the FOV, because that's a thing that I learned about from racing sims or special things like that. You know, every time you use a flight simulator or general plane game, you use a relatively high FOV, and if you expect a real world vision or something like that, or you go for example for the view of an sim racer, then he's going probably for something like 32. That's not possible to do for me, because my screen is too small totally. I need to check this again. I saw or better, I calibrated it once to know what field of view I need to have a real FOV, or better an FOV you can, because if you go for this FOV for 42, then you have a lot better vision about the speed and you see what happens in real life, instead of sitting here with having, for example, a 75, the best at 75. Of course, at 75 you see everything. You see everything on the screen. See also the electric screen of your first officer, and yeah, that's not a thing. So probably gonna use around 42. I think that was the right number, something like that. Get it a little bit high up. 45 is actually not that bad, because then I can easy check on the speed. Because it's... oh, I notice my yoke. Oh no, it's showing. Okay. 1 second, I thought I cannot pan the views. Why should a sim racer doing it more or better than a flight simulator? So, and I don't play in shooter, right? Normally in shooter, an FPS thingy. Okay, lining up. Landing flares coming on, taxi light coming off. That's right, okay. Lining up. Line up checklist, and the collision lights coming on. White landing flare lights are on. The P.static switches are on, and flight taxi to flight. Cleared for takeoff. Caution panel is checked, and taxi light is off already. Okay. 100 knots. B1, rotate. To the right. Gears coming up. Flaps coming up. Gonna turn to the right. Forgot to actually set an altitude, proper altitude, so let's go and set that. Go for the nav and the ES, and autopilot's coming on. Okay, now I can go back to the old field of view because I don't fly the plane on my own. 60. The plane is doing everything. Okay, let's increase the speed up to 200. After takeoff checklist, landing gear is up. The flaps are on 0, the bleeds coming on normal, and the power coming to climb power on 900 RPM. Okay. So I would say I forgot to that I need to do an FMS check, not an FMS, an direct execute and nav. No, nav. Hello. Nav. Why is it trying to... Oh, because I'm a stupid, totally stupid idiot. Okay, enough. That's probably not that bad. From the flight path. Just nice curve. But it would be better. Use the right way, but okay. Let's get the altitude up to... What did I say? 2.4, right? It was 2.525. And I would say I'm gonna speed that up. And gonna see us again when we reach the approach. And yeah, see you guys in a bit. Okay, and I'm back for the approach. Right now we are just above Brisbane. Going straight on airport. The BOR, the localizer captured, as you might noticed, and the city is there. Nice lovely city, and the airport is straight ahead. So airport is already inside, weather is good. Let's check the altimeter really quickly. And yeah, I need to do a circle there, because otherwise I had an issue with the altitude because of the backwind, and it didn't pay it out well. Okay. Let's reduce the speed and go for flaps. 10 are already out. Below 116 knots. Gear is coming down. The approach speed is gonna be 124, the target speed, as you may notice, and just everything. Glide stop captured. Use a little bit of power because now I changed to NTOP again, and 2500 already. So checklist: when clear to altitude, fuel pumps on, standby hydraulic out and PTO control on, seatbelt signs on, caution and panel lights off, landing, ice protection is required, landing gear down 3 greens, flaps 10 and set, minimum plates, and yeah, that's already everything we need to notice. To get rid of a little bit. So I was on this page again and calibrated the field of view, and it was 46. It was not 42, it was 46. That's actually a good FFV, as you may notice. I can see the speed, I see a little bit of the whole you know what I mean. the glide slope and vertical speed. Gosh, brain. And gosh dang it. And nav a little bit. So that's actually really good. And I'm too slow because I was talking. That's new, that I get interrupted while approaching an airport. But I learn every day new things, right? Only need to bind an autopilot key. But I disconnect a quick disconnect key for the autopilot. The wind is relatively calm, as you might noticed. Marker. Okay, 1000 feet to go. Autopilot coming off. Wow. The first thing what the plane is doing is tilting to the right. Wow. Minimums. Gonna continue. Whoa. There's some sometimes the wind is weird. getting hard on the low altitude, and the wind is relatively annoying right now. As you might notice. Wow. A little bit harsh. Okay, gonna stay a little bit longer. Okay, got the FOV up again. The issue is I reduced the throttle too early in this plane all the time. That means that I always stall at the end. Stall and doing a stall landing. I need to think about that I have not an idle mode, proper idle mode on this plane. Okay. Clearing off after landing. Landing flares, lights coming off, and the taxi coming on. Exterior lights coming. A red ice protection off. Pitot stack switch is coming. Wow. Come on, please. Coming off. The flight taxi is coming to taxi, already done. A few pumps off. And flaps 0, pleats off. And let's taxi. Is there a domestic area on this airport? Seems like it's just an just the airport. International airport is lower. Any aviation is there, and the international. Oh, there. This is the actual. Okay, so this one right here is the normal domestic terminals. So we're gonna go there. As far as I know, yeah, they're branded with the whole companies. Which company is landing where? Moree is directly in front of us. That's a Qantas area, so we maybe should go to the Qantas area directly in front of us. Here somewhere. So, okay. Clock can stop. And as you may notice, at the flight time the wind was relatively good for today, and that was a big issue with the whole descent, why I failed to descend. Because the wind was too strong, and I started about, I would say, 5 nautical miles too late. Not even 5, 10 nautical miles too late. I was around 1 or 2,000 feet too high. And because we don't have an proper approach, or better, non-sit or something like that. I mean a star. And we just followed the ILS directly, straight out. There was no time to gather the speed up. But they would go directly in front of us to that terminal, to that gate. To our great brother, to Qantas, directly next to us. Terminal 18. Go to or 19. What the fuck what was this weird shaking at the end? I don't care. Okay, let's get everything done. Parking checklist coming up. Taxi light coming off. APU start. Brakes on. Standby hydraulic pump and PTU control coming off. The power levers are coming on. Disconnect. They're on disconnect. Ignition levers coming to start feather. APU on, condition levels after 30 seconds, so we have a little bit. Seatbelt sights coming off, no smoking sights coming off. Let's get rid of that, rid of that, rid of that. The feather can come off. Fuel is coming off. On the warnings. Okay. Standing still. But we don't open the door because right now we would kill the jetway. Okay, leaving aircraft. Emergency lights coming off. Fans coming off. The ignition coming off. The APU coming off. Come on. Please. Don't do this. Ugh. Okay. The ice protection coming off. The engine intake bypass door is closed. Standby auxiliary main battery is coming off, and the mastery, but a battery mastery comes off. Okay, that was the leg for today. Oh, I actually destroyed the jetway because I was too far. Wow, I killed that jetway. First map only jetway, and I killed the prop. And probably killed some passengers because the prop was getting splitted. Okay, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the flight, and that was actually in the last 2 days I produced more content than the last year. Good jokes on me. No, it's because I stream relatively often right now. Because I have actually fun about it to fly with the Dash 8. It is a plane that I always love to fly, and when I have the option to fly the Dash 8, then I'm gonna fly the Dash 8. And right now I'm trying X-Plane a lot, and that can you maybe notice that I don't play version 4 a lot, Brief3D version 4, but it's maybe mainly because there's not a single plane that I'm interested in. There's no H320, in general no Airbus, there's no Dash 8, there's not a good regional. I'm more as I said already, I'm more the regional chat/prop liner, and yeah, right now there's not an option like that in X-Plane, in FSX, and in X-Plane I have actually in X-Plane it's totally different to P3D right now for me. And X-Plane I have only regional planes. I have not a single long-range plane. So that's the reason why I fly a lot of X-Plane right now, and I'm actually really amazed of this whole Sceneries in Australia. As you may notice, this whole Scenery shit, and it's so amazing, and I love it. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, please be sure that you leave a like, and of course, if you want to see this in a proper on this, if you want to see this in a live stream, for example, when I do a live stream of it, like the Moree flight, then please be sure to check out my Twitch. It's in the link, is in the bio below, and I hope I see you guys soon when we fly from Brisbane to what is up there in Australia? Good question. What is the option to fly there actually? I see that we're gonna fly back to Sydney again, but it could have. There are a lot of flights from Brisbane. From for Dash 8. So the options for Dash 8 up here is a lot better than at other airports. So I'm probably gonna check out on Flight Radar which routes they're gonna fly. For example, Rockhampton. It sounds interesting. Rockhampton. What is Rockhampton? Rockhampton. I hope that's only in Australia. Yeah, it's only in Australia. It's always annoying if Rockhampton is, for example, also in it's over. Rockhampton is a part of. Okay, there's Rock. Yeah, it seems to be good. We're gonna fly along the coast then. Okay. If you, as I said, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, and I hope you see guys soon with some other flights that we're gonna face. I don't know which one, but we're gonna fly something. Maybe I'm back in P50. I don't know. Maybe there's a plane out until then. Otherwise, I don't know. So see you guys soon. Bye.